Hello, dear friends. Welcome to the International Fab Talks once again. And ask me why. You know the answer. We are connected with a beautiful celebrity with a beautiful heart, talented, young, smart, and out to empower you to spread wisdom across the International Fab Talks across the globe. And yes, friends, she is MS.ADWITIYA DATTA BANIK, all the way from Kolkata, West Bengal, India. A person who wants to live life in a way that she could inspire others, empower others. She believes in empowering others, in creating that beautiful space. So join me, dear friends, to welcome this beautiful person today on our special platform, the International Fab Talks. Ma'am, welcome to the session.
A lot of thanks.
Thank you, dear. Dear friends, it's our honor and privilege to have ma'am with us. Dear ma'am, thanks for accepting the invite. We are really humbled. Yes, dear. Dear ma'am, with your permission, I'd like to introduce you in an official way. May I go ahead, please?
Surely.
Thank you. Dear friends, it's really a privilege to introduce our special celebrity today. She is AGWE DATTA BANIK, as I earlier mentioned. She is the director of the Association for Global Women Empowerment. As I earlier mentioned at the start, I repeat again, she is the director of the association called as Global Women Empowerment, where she would love to see all the women being empowered, strong and not dependent, and not losing out in life, not cribbing on life, not complaining, but to stand up for yourself. And yes, friends, she's a wonderful author, an educationist as well. That's really beautiful. Apart from that, she's a wonderful grooming expert, event organizer, mind percipient. If I'm getting the spelling right, ma'am, if I'm getting the pronunciation right, Percipient.
Yes, yeah.
Yes, mind percipient, and a motivational speaker. And that's really wonderful. Apart from that, she's a great social influencer and an activist as well, a social activist wanting to do her bit for the society. She wants to give back something more to the society. And yes, friends, this is how we all should be. She's a wonderful educationist with more than a decade of experience in reputed convent schools. That's brilliant, ma'am. And hats off to you, because I also come from a convent background. I know the value of a convent school, and that's really nice. So friends, she's been there in the convent zone, and she's spent more than a decade over there as an educationist. She has authored 2 successive books, which were launched in Bengal Social Welfare Board. And then they have even gifted her and made her, let me just get that right. Yes, she has shaved and gifted 18.9 inches of her hair, long hair, for cancer warriors. Ma'am, hats off to you for this beautiful thing. It's really making me, I'm getting goosebumps as to you being such a strong person to do that 18.9 inches for cancer warriors. In fact, friends, it is you and me who have to do it as well. So here is a wonderful role model. Apart from just bring all of this, educationist is okay, social influencer okay, what more I could say, grooming expert, fine, but being able to give your hair off to make others feel happy, shaved off her hair and gifted it 18.9 inches long for the cancer warriors. We really honor you and thank you so much, and hats off to this brilliant celebrity. Thank you very much, dear friends. And she campaigned for beauty beyond physical appearance. Most of us always think of the outer physical appearance, but here ma'am says she's campaigning for that beauty which is within, campaigning for the beauty that is within, beyond the physical exterior, beyond the outer experience or the outer appearance, you could say. And she has organized several pageant shows, breaking stereotypes for both curvy and regular walking the ramp together. I really love this. It's not always the person with a fit figure who's supposed to come on the ramp, who's supposed to have a space on the modeling sphere, or maybe have a fashion walk or a fashion show. So here's a lovely person. I'm really happy and pleased. I'm just getting to know her now so much deeper. And yes, I'm really proud to have you today, ma'am, with us. And she focuses her energy to bringing people on the that space, giving them that platform to showcase their skills. You may be a curvy person or a regular sized person. It would be that. And she would love you to come out and face the world. She has won many state and national awards. She's also been not only creating a focus within India, not only within Kolkata and West Bengal, India. She would love to spread her wings across the globe. And yes, such people such individuals, such celebrities definitely should spread their wings across the globe. We need many more Advaita, if I'm getting your name right, Advaita Datta Baniks in the world. Welcome, ma'am. And proud to have you.
I'm so overwhelmed the way you have introduced me to others.
Yes, dear. Really, we are so proud, ma'am. And I've really interviewed so many people. I haven't come across anybody as you, who has done so much for the cancer warriors, giving up something, because we're all selfish in one way or the other. And you've come out all the way. You want to do your best. As I earlier mentioned, you want to empower others. Being empowered is a wonderful thing, but empowering others is a blessing to the universe. And here is a beautiful blessing amongst us, dear friends. Yes, dear ma'am. Thank you so much. We start off with the first round of the interview, ma'am, the main round.
Sure.
How would you define yourself? Who is the real Advaita?
See, the meaning of Advitiya is a Sanskrit word which means one and only. So from the rest of the world, you need to be different. And how? I believe in karma. So if you do things that you want others to do to you, you will see the world is more better place. This is what I am. I believe in doing in actions than just speaking or writing in papers. You need to do what you want others to do to you.
Being a role model, being an example, being practical in life. It's not only theory, it's not talking, writing. To really go down there and do your best in a very practical way. Wonderful. That's really nice. I love the way you, explained yourself or shared yourself, how you are. A person who's out there to be very practical and believes in karma, my friends. Yes, that's very true. Don't only speak, put it into action.
Preach what preach what you want others to do to you, and also do in actions what you want yourself to be pleased with.
Wonderful. Beautiful, ma'am. Thank you so much for sharing all of that. We really appreciate it. Dear ma'am, who is your inspiration behind all of this? Who inspired you? Who was your inspiration?
See, telling one name would be very indefinite. And inspiration should be someone. I would never want to be like that person. I want to put that person in altar, so that seeing the goal, I keep on aiming further. So I would just not name one person, but I would say my hard work, hardships, tolerance, perseverance, and experiences itself gave me boost, inspired me to go forward.
Okay.
See, it's not being arrogant, it's being humble, that our experiences, our hardships make us so strong like an iron that we can support ourselves within. It's humility.
Perfect. That's very true. Thank you for sharing all of that. Humility, my friends, that matters the most. Yes, dear. Dear ma'am, maybe know how were you as a little kid? Were you the naughty one at home, or the shy one, or the talkative one?
I was only 8 years when I had to shift to a convent boarding. So I did not go because I was naughty, but I had to go to help out my family because my brother is 10 years older to me, and he is specially able and genius. He's more renowned than me. So that time, my parents both were working. So they had to take care of both of us. So I had to go to convent. I'm into boarding. And I think I was very disciplined, organized, and I'm a very perfectionist. Maybe the training of convent, as you told that you are a convent girl, so you know how well we are trained and how morale is in our blood. So I was always organized, planned, and typically systematic. People, I think my juniors and my students are they get very annoyed sometimes that we cannot cope up to you, but this is what I am.
Yes, dear, I understand that, because very true. Once you come out of the convent, or you are dealing with the convent, there are certain rules and restrictions, certain values instilled in us, and they train us to be perfectionists. They train us to go on the right track. Yes, dear, I really agree. And yes, I would love you to be the way you are. It's really nice. Yes, friends. We go on with the next question, ma'am. We've seen stress, all of us. We've faced it a lot. How do you manage your stress levels? How do you maintain that balance in life? Many of us have gone through ups and downs. What is your secret, or what tips you could share with us to manage stress levels?
We should always write down the issues and problems, what is leading us to this stress. Because every problem has a solution. Every X ultimately has an answer. So if we jot down all our issues and 10 problems and sort it out, bring channels and, open the barriers and get through it, fight out, we cannot move stress in our life. Because stress means addiction. Addiction to something, we start getting habituated. We start loving it. So hard work is very good. Workaholic is very good. Or being depressed is at times is very good because it is reflective, but don't make it addicted. Stress should never be addiction to your life. You should cope up it with more solutions and start writing down the problems that you have and start working for it.
Perfect, ma'am. Don't make it an addiction, you said. Yes. Many of us, stress. We go on saying from morning to night. Again, the next day, stress. And you meet most of your friends, they say, oh, we are in stress. So
it
I
has
really
become
love this.
Very fancy word nowadays. Yes. We are unable to give time to our family, friends, relationship, or to ourselves. We don't have me time because we are stressed. How can you cannot give a me time to yourself? So don't stress yourself so much that it becomes an addiction.
Perfect, ma'am. I really agree with you 100%. Let's forget that word stress. It has become a fancy word. Let's cut it off and just go with the beautiful flow of life, living life in the present, enjoying life, overcoming all the challenges. Wonderful, dear. Dear ma'am, could we talk about books, as you are an educationist, as well as an author, a writer? Could you just speak something about books where we could get some knowledge from you?
See, books is very reflective, where you know different minds of different authors. You get your answers, and you also challenge your dominated inner self. So there are doors opening through books. There are also stories, where we restart our life again. So from childhood, I have always been a bookworm. And I would always refer for all the ladies to go for Tess of D. Urbabiles, by Thomas Hardy. I am a lover of him. So there, the character itself taught us how a lady who came from a village, and from her teen till she got married and gave her kids, how she just became a charity to the world. There are two things from learning from them. One is don't become too easy and don't become so challenged. You should fight out. So book teaches us revolution and reformation. So my two books, as I have written, that is also reformation or renaissance to oneself. For all the minors, not only community-wise, but women, transgenders, specially able, and for everyone, someone who think that I am pushed back. And my second is on romance. It's dopamine, is giving happy, happiness, happy hormones to oneself. So the two books are is available in online, and it was launched by a West Bengal Social Welfare Board, and it's quite success. My two more books are on board. So this is what I am.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for sharing that, ma'am. Thank you very much. We look forward for the next two books which are on the way. Definitely, we lay our hands on these beautiful books. They are available. Is it available on Amazon or any other website?
Yeah. It's Amazon, Flipkart.
Wonderful. Hey, friends out there, you could lay your hands on these beautiful books, get to know more about it, and read them and connect with life. Yes, dear. Dear ma'am, how would you like to be remembered in the world, and why should people remember you?
I would like to be remembered as a giver, someone who is a selfless heart, And why should I be remembered? Because do nothing bad to others so that they don't get ruined in their life. Do not judge someone that you're judged back when you're no more in this world. So I am a person who is unbiased, who do not judge, who is a selfless giver. So you get the answer.
Perfect, ma'am. No bias. That's very nice. I really like that. Equal rights for everyone. All are equal. Be a giver.
Because we do not know the story behind of anyone.
Very true.
Real and real is so different. Someone who is, extrovert, you see, speaking out their heart loud, and, they are so modern, or they are so fashionable, or maybe every day you see them popping up, in social media, may not have a happy life story behind. So do not judge anyone. You don't know what fights they have in their own personal life. So never judge anyone. Rather focus in your life to go somewhere beyond.
Thank you, ma'am, for this beautiful, message. That's really very nice. My dear friends, this is the truth. We never know what others are suffering. We cannot be judgmental. We never know. So let's stop judging and start loving people, accepting people as they are, respecting people as they are. We never know what's the story behind. As you very clearly mentioned, no? That's very true. Very nice, ma'am. I'm really happy to have your presence here today and share all of this. You're a person so young with lots of wisdom, lots of experience to share with us. Wonderful.
Thank you so much. I'm not young. I have my 7-year-old daughter.
Is it so? To me, you just appear very young. I just think that you are out of college.
We all should have a young heart, to keep that 7-year-old girl look up to me and say, hey, mom, you're with my generation, or I cannot cope up to you. You're going ahead. So we all should do this.
How sweet. We wish you lots of happiness, ma'am, and we'd love you to be the way you are, sweet, cute, and of course, filled with wisdom and empowerment. Yes, dear. And lots of love to your little daughter as well. Yes.
So
yes. Dear ma'am, do you watch movies? And if yes, your favorite movie?
I would now see, I watch movies, but I would refer Friends of our 90s. You see, look at your face, you also love it. It has so much emotions, it has so much bonding. I don't know, 90s kid is of different genre, because we know how to forgive. It's all about forgiveness. It's all about taking the bad of others and giving the best from us, and how to keep every relation at every stage, working on it. No relationship is perfect. We all have negatives, and we all have, setbacks. But at that moment, who stays by you, who stays like a support? I learned from Friends. Every character are different. No one is similar, but how those bunch of people stay together under the same roof, coming from different background and upbringing and characteristics, and still, celebrating each other like a family. So, lot to learn from it.
Very nice. Thank you very much, ma'am, for sharing that. That's wonderful. I really appreciate that. As you said, the kids of the 90s are really a beautiful bunch of, people who are out there to inspire the world, to live beautifully, to share, to care.
I think we know how to forgive. We know how to forget. And we give space. We have learned how to give space as well as time to someone. We take out time. Like, see, we are the people who used to write letters. So we know how to make ourselves free and write a note to someone. And we also know how to give someone space to sort the issues between each other. So we know how to forget and forgive. We know what is the value of time and space.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for sharing all of that. Excellent. I really agree with you. How to take out time, how to make time for the right people in our lives and be there. Dear ma'am, have you been on a holiday? And if yes, which place was it? And if no, which place you would love to go on a big holiday or a vacation?
Yes, I had been in holidays. Like, see, after I had my kid, it's like we are in curfew mode. But then, holiday for me, general for everyone, it should be. I would not say a specific place, but it should be a quality place. It should not be a change of location, you know, going with someone or somewhere just because you are asked to go or just you're compelled to go. It's a holiday mode, it's a chart, the roster has been set, you have this typical days of your timeline the office has given, so you need to move out. Holiday can be a solo trip as well, or holiday can be with someone, like a book or a paper where you're writing a traveler. So holiday for me is quality time. It's a me time where I'm just giving myself the moment that I have stolen from the world. So holiday should be very, very personalized and individualized to everyone. And if a companion is best, you should not think twice. Just go with the person for a holiday and get the refreshment back, get the charged back in your life to move on the rest tiresome days coming to you.
Perfect. Wonderful answer. Yes, dear. Thank you for sharing all of that. That is really very nice. It's quality time, dear, and it's a place where you feel good and comfortable. That's really very nice.
It should never be a change of location. Vacation means quality time with the person who is pleasing to you. The vibe is matching. Okay. Yes. It can be your solo trip as well. Or you can be with your friends or someone, even a stranger. Compatibility should be the point, and it should not be just a vacation because you would not see the place. It can be a winter balcony and the snow is falling just outside, and it's a scenario that you're creating. So holiday for me is very quality than quantity.
Wonderful. Yes, in fact, it has to be that way, ma'am. It's quality, not quantity, my friends. Even if it is for a few moments, maybe for a few hours or maybe one day, it has to be filled with quality and not the quantity doesn't matter. I get what you say, ma'am. There is depth in what you've shared. Wonderful. Dear ma'am, the next question coming up. What is that one thing you love about yourself? This is me, Adwaita, and I love myself. I respect myself because this is the inner core quality of mine. What is that quality, dear?
I like to stand out. I like to be different. Someone to whom my juniors or my students look up to as inspiration. And have always been that, say in education or say in sports or in writing or in fashion. I always like to stand out and make a statement for the rest of the world. Maybe this is me.
Yes. Perfect, ma'am. You've really been standing out and doing lots of work out there. And the most unique thing that you've done, is you've given up your hair. You've, shared your hair with cancer warriors. And what made you do that? And how come you got the courage to do it? And what inspired you to go ahead and stand out in the crowd?
This is a very emotional phase of mine. It was 2020. And before that, in 2019, I have a very close friend. We are bonded very strong. And both of our kids are similar ages. My kid was 1 year younger to hers, and her son was suffering with it and have gone through a lot of chemos and radiations, even bone marrow transplantation. However, after a lot of fight, he was a hero and a little hero, 4.5-year-old. So he could not survive, but he never cried. He never made feel his mama that, I'm not able to do it. I'm not able to fight through, because she would become weak. That's strong he was. A lot to learn from him, a lot to learn from everyone, those who are fighting with it. And see, every one of us in our house, we have a history. Everyone. And now it's spreading like a pandemic. So, once a person is inflicted with it and the whole family gets so occupied with work and, insurance and shifting and medications. And then after that, the certificates, that we forget to express emotions. And that happened with her. And when he was there, I always told her that I'll be coming to you to Delhi. I stay in Kolkata, so I was planning to go to Delhi and visit her, but it was not able to. However, then the pandemic started. So in April 2020, just during the lockdown, it was 16th April, when I asked my husband that I made up my mind that I need to do something. I need to give something. Always it is not monetary help. It is not sometimes time as well, if you're not able to go to that person at that moment. But it is something that you can give your emotion. So I feel that more than giving money and time, something that I'm giving from my body, it would be more powerful, more impact, not only to her, but to the whole society. So he came back, he was going out, so he came back and he shaved for me. And we campaigned together. When a husband is shaving for his wife, and I was at the peak of 30s, so when I gave up my beauty, or you say, for a woman, it is the strength, the power, the confidence. People think so, but I don't believe. I feel it was my emotion. So when he shaved and we campaigned that, beauty is beyond physical appearance. When a man accepts a woman, when a society accepts a lady beyond her beauty, by her words, deeds, moral, values, education, speech, I think her ideology is more powerful than her beauty. So once we are accepted for this, once we are acknowledged and recognized for this, we don't need to beautify and be competitive in this society.
Wonderful, man. Thank you so much for sharing all of that. You share it so well. You put across the table everything with lots of clarity, except people beyond their physical appearance.
Because
accept them for who they are.
Yes. Because see, if since generations, not only in third world, but European countries, we are judged and by our, how well healthy we are. Healthy by a biological clock, how well nourished we are through our hair. When we get married, we are judged by the volume of our hair. So when a woman gives this up, when someone sees herself after radiation and chemos in the mirror, that it's falling and there are patches, and they fear to even go for their workplace, or they be reluctant to see their face in the mirror. They just deny to accept themselves. So if we, those who are able, or those who are having a great life, healthy, being healthy is one of the criteria to have a, well-to-do life. So as we say that being healthy is wealthy. So someone who is not able to accept herself and deny her own existence, and you stand beside her saying that, hey, see, I am without it. I'm not able to know the pain that you're having, but I'm giving it up. I don't bother about this. Then why won't you? So we need to hold each other's hand. We need to praise and compliment. This appreciation and compliment and praise is so necessary for our existence. Even a passerby is going and you feel good. You just go and express that how good you're looking. I don't know why we keep ourselves aback and we start criticizing and remarking rather than complimenting and appreciating someone. You should start this very often.
Yes, dear. I get to understand you very well. And I love your thoughts, and I love the way you look at the world, and I love the way you want the world to be in a better in a better space, in a better way we understand the world, give out ourselves in a better way than to judge, than to be, that hypocrite who, on says something and does something. You're a very genuine person, ma'am. I really like the way you're putting all of
really,
that.
this double standardness is not my cup of tea. And we all should not. See, I believe in karma. You asked me what is define yourself. The first line, the first answer to your interview was, I believe in karma. Today I'll criticize you. Today I'm not here to support you. You won't support me when I need you. So if I would like someone to compliment me and that gives me such a positive vibe, why don't I give it to others as well? They will take back the smiles that I give them. They will remember me. Like you told me, how you want the world to remember you. Selfless giver.
Wonderful. Beautiful, ma'am. Thank you very much for sharing. Wonderful. You're a very loving person. You're a very nice person. And you're a great humanitarian. At such a young age, you have such big thoughts, such deep thoughts, that you've understood human emotions. You've understood human feelings. You're an empathetic person. That's really nice. And I've hardly come across any youngster like that, like you, who has such good thoughts filled in her, such wisdom within her, sharing it out with others.
There is only 20% humanitarian in the world, and we need to make them more contagious.
Yes, dear. You're one of them, and you're a great example. Yes, dear. Yes, ma'am. Dear ma'am, when you were in school and college, did you participate in sports and games?
Yes, too much. I was a tomboy.
Which type of sports and games would you participate in?
Okay, I am a throw ball and a basketball player, and I have this gift playing basketball because I have a sternum crack. So I was a very good dodger. I'm a short-heighted person, so I'm not as noted to be for a basketball player for a throw basket. So I was a dodger, and I loved basketball and throw ball. So in my school, everyone knows me as a sport person and into dramas and cultural events and stuff.
Great, ma'am. That's really very nice. Thank you for sharing. What is the one change you would love to bring in the world? This area requires change, and I, Adwita, would love to work on this area to bring a massive change in that place.
Education for women. Till now, we are lacking behind. There are a lot of schemes and yojnas, done by government all over the country, and I appreciate that. But still, in villages where we are making the small cottage industries to empower, with side by side, we would love to have education system to be given, and the education system over here in the social diversities that we have, communities where we don't, what you say, just, I would make it.
Yes, dear.
I would really ask our government to empower women not only to be more systematic in small cottage industries, but also in education, because there are still communities where female fantasides are going on, and we give women that place where bunch of men are like vultures looking up to them, because there are many villages where women are dying, or women are taken as social trafficking, or women are taken as there are tribal communities where women just go get married for working in their families. So we are more empowering them to get into being small cottage entrepreneurs, but not into education. The root cause of being unemployed is education. If you finish and complete your education, you will surely be enlightened, empowered, confident, and you will have a lot of channels how to face the world and, protect yourself. So this insecurities of women, we need to change, not me, but everyone. Because trafficking, marital rape, female infanticides, and sexual harassment in workplace, this Me Too movement that is going on, we all should be more empowered about it. And this only happens if we do not, encourage education in every family, and especially in communities, in villages. So it starts from the root, and we should get into the root in villages to start their education, complete their education, make more schemes by the government, and so that we help them out to reach out their own issues by themselves.
Yes, dear. Thank you for sharing all of that, ma'am. And focusing on the rural areas, the women over there, wanting the best for them, wanting to spread education, that's the way to spread your wings in a beautiful way, to inspire other women to come out and live a beautiful life, not to be trafficked in the wrong place, not to be misused, not to be taken advantage of, not to be treated as slaves in homes. Yes, dear.
See, this is what we also face in our cities. But over here, we are educated and we can speak loud about this. But in villages, we are more, dominated, or the anarchy of male domination has been over there since ages, because we are uneducated over there. The literacy level is so poor over there that we need to make schemes for them to be more empowered and enlightened. Only then they can, speak out themselves. Where government cannot go, where the police system cannot go, there a woman is enough to fight for herself if we have education. That gives us confidence.
Yes, dear. Thank you very much, ma'am, for sharing all of that. You really make me think a lot, think a lot. In fact, every woman who's successful out there, who feels empowered, should empower others and make others aware that, yes, your life matters. Yes, dear. I really like the way you're putting all of that. Dear ma'am, would you like to explain to us and make us understand the difference between smart work and hard work?
Smart work is the shortest way, and the hard work is the tortoise. So if you work hard like tortoise, go slow. Being slow, being steady is the first step of your, to get the, once more.
Hello, dear. Dear ma'am, we would like you to now share with us what is the difference between smart work and hard work. How could we understand the difference between these two little words, smart work and hard work?
See, smart work is the easiest and shortcut, and hard work is the tortoise life. So if you be steady and work hard, be tedious, then is the first step towards success. So we need to take a long-term process to figure out what we need to aim. The goal needs to be understood. And being a street smart, for the moment you might be very, extrovert and, a person who will be good in everything in front of people, and you might be very attractive, but empty vessels sounds more. So for the moment, you will be very great, but with time, you will become very liable to people. So work slow, be steady, and you will surely get your success.
Like slow and steady wins the race, right? Yes. So very nicely you put that, ma'am. So there are people who are hard workers. There are people who are very smart in their work. But I love the way you're supporting hard work. Slow and steady wins the race. Yes, dear. And of course, smart work also has its place. Thank you, ma'am, for sharing all of that. Dear ma'am, do you have any dream projects which you would like to focus on in the near future?
See, my dream project is always about campaigning and breaking stereotypes for women and for minors, those who are not appreciated and those who are not acknowledged. So there are lot of projects that where I have already started where curvy and regular for the first time had walked the ramp. And then I'm also doing a competition for the makeover artist where the models will be our caretaker at home, because we are only empowered, we only women who can go to workplace with confidence and reliance that our kids are at home safe because of these caretakers. So the models will be the caretakers. For the first time it's gonna happen like that. So giving encouragement to everyone around is my motto, than me myself getting the paparazzi all over. People should go forward with the community, and that's like a comrade be, supporting each other. That's called leadership.
Very nice. Brilliant. You have such a beautiful heart that you say it's not only me, it's all of us, a community, comrades together, working for the benefit of everyone. I love the way you say all of us. I would like to empower others. See people, come up and serve the society just like me as I do it. I want others to come up. I want them to be in a better space. And I love this concept, the models taking care of the little children. Am I right? Did I get that right, ma'am?
You like to be with same-minded person. So if you're having a coffee with the same person of your wife, so slowly the table will turn towards you, or the chair will go empty if you don't make the community go with you or walk with you. So if you want others to be like you need to work for that. It cannot come in a platter. It's your hard work that makes it happen.
Very true. Very, very true. Dear ma'am, on this beautiful journey which you are into, do you have many best friends who will support you and stand with you?
Yeah, best friends. Best friends at this age, we don't make best friends because relationship is a very we cannot keep a relationship for a long time because nothing lasts forever. As we say, promises are made to be broken. But yes, there are people with me who has always been there when I was a zero, when I was nothing, when I made no name. And the complete hard work process, this long run journey, okay, from coming nowhere, from scratch to a place where you can be an inspiration to others, there has been people by me. And I would really mention two person. There is Piyush Damani. He has been a very good friend of mine since day one, and Shiny Nandi. So these two buddies of mine are like a team soul to me.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you for sharing that. And we are happy that somebody has stood by you and, are with you through thick and thin. And of course, all the other friends.
We do not need support as financial, or we do not need support coming out of your house at 3 a.m. and standing there with guns and shots. But you need appreciation and moral support,
Yes.
that you have this in you. You have this potential in you. Why don't you work on it? So this potential that you have and was buried, you need to push the person. So this is all our game. If one person go forward, you take the other person with you. So this is we all should do for each other.
Yes, dear. I agree with you. That's really nice. Thank you for sharing all of that. As you said, it's not the financial support we are looking for. It's the moral support. It's the appreciation. It's the respect. Right? Yes. Dear ma'am, if you weren't who you are today in this role that you're playing now, what would you have been? You're an educationist. You're an author. You're into this event management and all of this. And of course, even you are even, as I read that out in the start, that you are even focusing on women empowerment. You're the director over there, I guess. right?
Yeah.
And
See, this association has been started from 2017 when I started my self-philanthropic work. My journey has been with specially challenged children. The first, because I'm a special educator. My specialization paper is on special education. So I focus especially on specially able children. And from there, my journey has started. And orphanages, their cultural education development. I never made any project about various companies and recognized and eminent companies they go to for their charitable service, giving foods and clothes. But I have always aimed on cultural development. I have always been, giving them time and, let them prepare themselves in singing, dancing, or recitation, or some, viva. And I used to go there. I still now do all those projects in every orphanages. Give a, it's like a cultural day for them. So it's like a personality development. It's a growth from inner self. So I do all this stuff, and mainly this year, 2023, when I myself have won the pageant, I'm the crown winner of Miss Face of West Bengal. So after that, yeah, after breaking the stereotype of having this haircut, because everyone goes for long hair and tall height. So pageant show is never about beauty, but it's about making inspirational role icon. So we have come a long way after that, and then I thought of doing my pageant show this year. So in September I have done September 10th, where I made curvy and regular walk. So my motive is to bring out the best in personalities. It can be female or male, anyone. So, and this association has really seeded its roots for more better future. And yeah, let's see what happens.
yes, dear, we wish you all the best, because all your thoughts, all your deeds are really genuine, and you'd love to have people grow with you. You'd love to see people happier. That's nice. Dear ma'am, what brings a smile to your face often?
See, I'm a mind percipient, and what mind percipient means is I'm a listener. Okay, so this is my it was a passion we started into profession. So we do not need solutions. We do not need chart sheet to judge us, but we need a person to listen to us. We all are adults. We have all the uh, reason to know what is our fault and how to come out from our regrets and guilt. We know the situation. We also know the disturbance. We also know our limitations, and we know the solutions. But we do not have a listener to listen the turmoil that is going on in our heart, in our mind. So when I listen to the stories of people, they puke their heart out to me. They trust me and they confess all their happiness or their dark secrets or secrets that is eating them or ruining them, or they have done so great to people and no one knows, no one applauds for that. So giving them this trust, giving them this time brings smile to me.
Perfect. And hats off to this beautiful answer. I love the answer, the way you put that so well. They open up to me, and that's really nice. They need someone to listen. They need to be appreciated. Yes, dear. You're doing a great job, ma'am, and we love you for who you are. And continue this beautiful journey. We are with you on this beautiful journey. Yes, dear.
Thank you so much. I'm overwhelmed.
Yes, dear. Dear ma'am, do you have any weakness for chocolates, sweets, ice creams, cool drinks? Or maybe you could even say samosas and all of that.
I'm not a foodie, and I am very strict about diet. I'm a person who even goes to clubs and have coffee with honey. So all my friends know that, okay, I'm non-alcoholic, I'm a non-smoker. And I also campaign for this, that if you go to clubs, you don't need to enjoy it with drinking, and you don't need to enjoy with smoking. You go to clubs to enjoy the vibes, dance, be with friends, and take back the positive and come back. Nothing should ruin your health. Nothing should power your health, and you should not go below to any sort of addiction. So anything craving, I'm against it. When I understand that, okay, I'm craving for it, so I understand I'm getting habituated with it. So I don't want to make anything a habit.
Ma'am, thank you for sharing this, because I have a craving for sweets. I really love sweets. And
No,
if I
I
see,
am not a sweet person.
well, lucky, you're the lucky one. You're really very lucky. And for us, it's very difficult. For me, I have a sweet tooth, and every day I have to have one sweet or the other. And in fact,
You
I'm
should
in
have
trouble.
dates. You
Yes,
should
dear.
have dates, you know. If you're having a sweet tooth, please have dates. I think it will work.
Okay. Thank you for sharing that tip with me. Thank you. I'll work on it. Really, seriously, I need to. And we have to be careful. At one point of time, we just cannot overindulge. Maybe sometimes I could even eat up quarter kilo of jalebis alone. I used to do that, but not now. I used to do that. I would have it. Even now, you give me 4 rasagullas, I'll eat it off. And then I start feeling like,
Oh
oh
my
my God, I've
God.
done that. Yes, dear.
But you have a good metabolism. What I feel is like you can take it.
How sweet of you for saying it. But I need to stay safe, and thank you for this beautiful tip. Consuming dates will help me, right?
Yeah.
Yes, dear. And my dear friends, all out over there who are like me with a sweet tooth, unable to resist sweets, you could work on this beautiful tip, consume dates and see the difference. Thank you, ma'am, for that tip. Dear ma'am, from where do you derive all of the strength that you are into? From where do you get this strength and power to continue the journey?
I have seen my mother. She is an iron lady. Since my childhood, I have seen her working hard. She is a working mother. How she supported my father when he was establishing. My father is a timber merchant, so it took a long way to the empire to be to form the empire what we have now. So, and also my brother is especially able, and sending him to a convent school, a regular convent school, and then college, and then his job, cracking a government service, then giving him marriage, and then having a happy family with, now he has a 12-year-old son. I have seen her like a Nazi army, one man, one woman army. I call her man because she has that power. And also the praise and compliments and appreciation that I have received in my school, because she is my alumni. She is my senior. So I have gone to her school, to her boarding. So over there when I went, I saw that she had already made a place heavenly for me to go. It was so well um, versed by her. So I cannot match her. That question that you asked me, who should be your inspiration? I look up to her, but I don't want to be like her. Then my aim will stop, my goal will stop. So she is a strength to me.
What a tribute to give to your mom, ma'am. That's really nice. A beautiful tribute. There are many people out there, young girls, young women out there who hate their mothers. And you're one great individual who's really giving all the credit to your mother. Am I right? Yes, as you said, she's...
I never got her. I never got her personally in my life. She has always been a provider from very far, because she had lot of responsibilities on her shoulder. She had to look after so many people. She had to look after the society. She had to look after me. So everyone, until now, she is in her 70s and she's retired, and she again went back to hospital. She's a nurse. She retired as a matron. So she went back to hospital to be a giver again. So maybe today I told you that I want to be a selfless giver, because I see that in her. So she's still now giving to society. I till now remember she has broken record. In one night, I called her. I was going with my exam, so I was calling her at 12 a.m., then 3 a.m., then 6 a.m. So she was doing deliveries of babies, newborn babies, and she was in a government hospital. So you know how hectic it is, and there were 45 deliveries done by her. So it was a subdivisional village. It was a village where she used to go from our town 2 hours journey every day. So ridiculous. I cannot match her power, strength, and beauty.
Great, ma'am. And hats off to your mom. And we love your mom for who she is. And we love you for being her daughter as well. Because she has instilled in you lots of values, courage, power, resilience. Yes, dear. Dear ma'am, the next question coming up. Are you scared of anything? Is there anything that scares you?
Yes. Very much. I am scared of being lonely. This is like a dead scary thing of being lonely, because I have grown with 280 students together, in a boarding, and then going to hostel again from different states and cities and families and cultures. I was always with that vibe, and that leadership quality, or how to stay stable in a group, how to do a teamwork. So if I am alone, I am dead scared. I don't like to be alone. Misuse my friendliness, because I'm very warm, and I'm very um homecoming person. You will find a family and home in me.
Yes, dear.
Because I never got a family, so I love to make a family where I go. That's in me. So
Yes, dear. I guess there's a slight technical issue, ma'am, from your end. Am I audible?
okay, now it's how much did you hear?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
mean, I
how much
couldn't
did you
hear the
hear?
last 1 or 2 minutes. I couldn't hear you, ma'am. Would you like to repeat yourself? Like I asked you, are you scared of anything? Would you like to repeat that part? Because there was a network connection.
Okay, go for the question again.
Yes, dear. Are you scared of anything? Is there anything that makes you scared?
I am dead scared of being lonely. So because see, I have been grown in a boarding school where there are 280 students staying together. So I was always in a group, uh, worked for leadership, worked as a team. I know how to make a family far from home. So I cannot stay alone. I have to have people around, and then again hostel, then again job. Being in convent schools, how you be on your toes, surrounding with kids and sports and events. So I've always been a person where people can come back to home. I'm a very homely, a warm, a person where you can fall back. So yes, people should not misjudge me, being thinking that I'm over friendly. No, but I am a person where you can rely. So I dislike the fact of being lonely. I have to be with people around, and with young people around. I go with people those are younger to me, so that I'll get lot of things to learn. I don't have ego. I don't have at all. You should have self-respect, but not ego, and that powers your integrity and self-esteem. And I feel I love to be with young people, young generation, lot to learn from them, be equipped with their era, and give companionship, so that the other person is not lonely at all.
Yes, dear. I get that. And the takeaway here is it's not ego, it is self-respect where you have to concentrate on. It's not the ego factor, it's the self-respect factor. And yes, ma'am is very friendly. Of course, she said she cannot be taken for a ride. She has her boundaries, but she would love to connect with the younger generation and share that energy and learn. She's a learner as well as a teacher. Yes, dear ma'am. Dear ma'am, as we are going on this beautiful journey, there's another question coming up. Do you ever get angry? And if so, when?
I was a short-tempered person, and then I started working on it. You become, the temperament changes with situation. I became more objective. I started getting inside a cocoon, and then I realized that I'm getting short-tempered. I started reacting to very minimal, minor things. So I started correcting myself. This was happening to everyone during the pandemic, I guess, because we locked ourselves in this four walls and seeing the same faces every day. But that was a great time when we learned life. We had our life for the second time. We rejuvenated. So I corrected myself, and correction should start from within. If you do not know your limitations, you cannot be a better self. So yeah, I had that phase, and now I think, perfectly imperfect, but then I'm correct now. Corrected myself from that.
Thank you, dear ma'am, for that wonderful answer. I really like it. How you manage your anger and how you're able to manage life and respond instead of reacting. Dear ma'am, with this, we come to an end of part 1. We'll be with you in the second session called as part 2. So my dear friends, we'd like to thank our special guest for being with us today on the part 1 journey. We still have a lot to share. And yes, we take a small break of 10 minutes and be back again with our special celebrity. Stay tuned, my dear friends. We'll be back again on the International Fab Talks. Dear ma'am, we come back after a 10-minute break.
Sure, thanks.